I guess is a transition point here to talk through these ideas of our misses, makes, and multipliers. And we always start with a miss, and like to usually these are oftentimes areas where people learn the most from maybe a miss that happened along the way, personally, professionally. But is there anything you could share that happened along the way and what you learned from it?
Yeah, I think when I look back, and when I think like if I could have done things differently in my 20s, I think I lacked some self-awareness, and it wasn't until my 30s that I really understood that I need to be building something. And so I spent a lot of my 20s on things that probably weren't consistent with who I really was. And so I feel like I maybe wasted some years in my 20s. Um, but that's probably not unusual. I guess we can all we can all say that. But and then once I got the business going, I think I didn't put enough importance on networking. So it's taken a long time to build this business. I feel like we've worked really hard in the background for a long time before we launched, and I think I'm really envious of people who are strong networkers, because it seems like that can accelerate the process. And for those of us who aren't, that doesn't come naturally, like we're introverts. Sometimes I think we have to work harder and longer to make up for that. And so I think it's something that I would have intentionally um, tried to get better at, or surround myself with better networkers to make up for that. The third thing that I think would have accelerated the process is if I had been able to leverage SBA business funding at the beginning. We had to self fund this business, and so that took longer. We just didn't have the resources to invest in it. So if I had it to do over again, I would have I would have I would have sought out that funding to accelerate the process.
Yeah, wow. Those are all phenomenal lessons, and certainly the value of networking. That's a great point. It's something that uh, for those that are, it comes more natural to. You fail to see how great of an asset it can be,
Yeah.
and if it's not a natural thing, it's hard for you to sometimes see the value in it, because it's like, well, why would I waste my time there when I could be doing fill in the blank, whatever it might be for your business.
Yeah, I look at guys in their 20s who are ambitious, and they've got their circle of friends are they're networking in really strong markets. And if you've got that in 2021, like the world is your oyster, because it's all about collaboration and partnerships. And so yeah, I think it accelerates the trajectory of any business.
Yeah.
But I think my point is, those of us who are introverts, we shouldn't just accept that. I think
Yeah.
we should seek out ways to overcome that, or crutches, just like we would any part of our business.
Yeah, yeah, and it to your point on that networking piece. One thing that really changed from the pandemic has been the virtual networking. So there are a lot of easy ways right now where they're doing Zoom meetings with 40 or 50 people, and you get whether it's for example a BNI or a local chamber or whatever kind of networking at group, and now these local groups are able to do regional and national meetups, and you can just hop on and you don't even have to say anything your first go. So I think now is an even easier time to make it happen.
Yeah, and the opportunity is so much greater. There's literally no ceiling to it, because before 2020, your potential was limited in some way to your geographical location. Like, your network was limited by where you were physically. So if you lived in an Atlanta where you're at, then your potential was much greater than if you're in a smaller town like I am. But now, like, that's gone. Like, your physical location, your geography is no limitation after 2020. It's gonna be really interesting to see how that plays out.